Hey beautiful humans, welcome to this reading. This is a pick a card reading, and I'm taking a look at the topic of something that is about to work out for you. And I want to tune into kind of like a major or long-standing issue that you've had in your life that is truly clearing. We might get the energy of like a timetable for this, like when, but I'm not specifically going for this. I'm just more going for alignment kind of information to get you in the mode to just go straight to this clearing up of this major issue. It's about to work out. Welcome to this channel if you guys haven't been here before. My name is Erica. I'm going to turn these 3 cards over and you guys can use them to do the pick a card thing of feel your way toward one card or the other. Therefore, one group, one message or the other. Group 1, we have Protection Guardian. Group 2, Elder. And Group 3, Earth Mother. All right, these are 3 really intriguing energies, to say the least. Okay, I'm already feeling something in the energy for us. I'm excited for us. But okay, trust the nudge toward one card or the other. Head to the timestamp, fast forward. I will see you there in your messages. Hi, beautiful humans. In group 1, you guys were drawn to this Protection Guardian card. So these are your messages all about something that is about to work out for you. This major issue is clearing. And we are talking about a situation in your life where you have needed to be allowed to let your guard down so that you can be open, so that you can share, so that you can be vulnerable. Okay, we're getting a very, very like kind of clued in here, like consciousness wise of that has always been the solution for your situation, is to make contact and aware connections through, we have all the words like the vulnerable, the openness, the connection, kind of a place inside of you and likely another person, or share with others in that kind of a way. We're talking about that. We're talking about a situation where you haven't been able to, have not been safe to. I almost want to also say have not been allowed to for a few of you, but safe to. Your card, it says drop your shields. And in the guidebook, it does speak of this. Like when we, like us humans, have brought up our shields because we are in fear mode and we've perceived threats. There's something about how you all might have tried several times to do the dropping of your shields, but as we can all relate to, when we did do things like that, it stung us, it hurt, so that we put the shields back up. Basically, how this is about to work is I feel as if you guys are going to start to kind of generate or order your world in subconscious kinds of ways. This will probably just come through what you're already doing, have an awareness about this maybe, to promote the security, the safety, and the support for being able to functionally drop our shields a whole lot more. And it's through this method that a whole lot is about to be healed and resolved in your situation. We do have 6 of Swords on the bottom of the deck, which is showing me the effort that has been put in one form or another from you, group 1, multiple times probably in this situation, to go ahead and what would do the emotional nervous system kinds of soothing. I suppose that's emotional co-regulation, emotional intelligence, emotional maturity, because 6 of Swords is like from these choppy waters that our minds are churning up. We want to go to the smooth and soothed waters. Yeah, I feel as if you guys have tried to take a journey to get there in one form or another, but let's see a whole lot more about this. We do have the Emperor, and now I feel like we're talking finally about more that is coming from outside of you. Definitely. I really feel as if something very strong from outside of you will support the courage in another to be able to go ahead and drop their shield and drop their guard down as well. We have Page of Wands. I'm just going to get all your cards. We also have Page of Swords. You guys are about, I do that. How many times do you do that? I'm just going to get all your cards, and then I only get 2 more. And I immediately start talking more. Something is about to occur in your situation where it will be formal, rational, probably very legal, but it will be rigid and structured and supported and secure to support the function of safe space occurring in this situation. Genuinely, this like King Arthur representation of the Emperor is, we have to do this now. And so then when the shields are dropped, when we are more open, when that like singular thing that we were talking about, that single thing that will fix this is if we connect well. And in order to connect well, we have to drop our shields. The Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. Something is going to happen from outside of you that will create that sense of belonging and wellness and openness to promote more invigorating energy, more daring energy, more innovative energy, as well as the Page of Swords, more ability to promote open communication. Page of Swords is very significant. That's open. Both these are pages. That's like innocence of this energy. Innocence of fire, innocence of air. So innocence of devotion and passion and a willingness and willpower. And a sense of purpose, and then innocence of information, innocence of intelligence, innocence of communication. And then we have the 8 of Coins. This deck is perfect, I feel like, for your message, because this deck, each card represents like a folk tale. Like this is King Arthur. I don't remember who these 2 are. This is, I think it's like the Swan Princess, and part of the story is her voice is stolen from her. Of course, she is the character that is representing a whole lot of purity of intention. And so then she has to do things for multiple years. These swans are her brothers. They're suffering. She is suffering. She has to do things for multiple years while she can't share openly. She can't communicate openly. Like, it's literally something is happening outside of her to where these kinds of freedoms are not available to her. She just has to keep going. And then we have the Tower. What was erected, what is false surrounding you is going to okay. To put it in like the timeline that I'm seeing, you're going to have all that kind of support, and then there's going to be that kind of opening and that communication, that connection that you require. And then all that was erected that was false, that was not supporting the true thing that's going to heal your situation, is all going to fall. Like as a result of this, it has to. We're really dropping our shields here. And look, 9 of Cups. In a lot of ways, this matters a whole lot to you all. This might be in direct relation to your love lives and or healing past relationships and things that have occurred. But very much so, what it is that this card represents and what will occur in your situation that I see happening for you, how it's about to work out is the very thing that provides protection for us oftentimes is true stability and connection. I think we make it more complicated. Our minds always do, but it's like if we can get to like quality connections and we can feel free to be who we are, that's what helps build quality connections, and that's what helps support and provide like true protection. It's easier said than done. I'm gonna point out, I've done this multiple times. If you guys are tarot readers, go ahead and take a screenshot of this spread. Go ahead and do it. This is my best channeled attempt at getting at the notion of what we're dealing with here. In order to get to like something that's really protecting, we have to be who we are. We have to connect well. We have to recognize and acknowledge certain parts of, you know, what it takes for us to thrive and how we're going about getting our needs met. What are our values? And we have to match up there. All of that is likely to occur in your situation. Let's see a little bit more about this. It really feels like with the 9 of Cups, it's your wish fulfillment. this is the very thing that you are going for. This is the very thing that is remarkably exactly what it is that you want in your situation. We have mindful wisdom and create inner harmony. And that is what I was speaking about, what it is that you've needed almost this entire time. And yet I feel like you've been doing your own devotional work on is going inward and reckoning with like part of the shadow aspects of ourselves, but even more so reckoning with what I call in that spread that I just flashed and showed you guys, I call it our personal religion, which is basically, according to me and the makeup of me, what are my values right now? Like, and it can very much be in the moment. It doesn't have to be like you're born with your values and they stay your whole life. Like, what are my values right now? How am I justifying going about getting my needs met? You know, what are my beliefs? What are my codes of conduct and honor? That kind of stuff. And it's just very much this process of we really do need to know ourselves in order to fit well with others. You're already doing this. You're already constructing this. And then we have, dark night of the soul. Life brings new meaning. It feels as if you guys are involved in a situation, group one, where you need others or you need the support for other parties involved to do this as well. And so then, I don't know, basically it just feels as if something outside of you is going to be constructed to support something where we all can kind of go into darker aspects of communication and connection and the way forward and constructing the road forward. But we can do that in a truly protected kind of a way where we can speak openly and we can be innovative. And this 8 of coins, you can finally open up. You don't have to have the shields, and the other parties involved don't have to as well. Let's see a little bit more, because I'm kind of hoping your cards take us to a little bit more information about this Emperor energy and who or what that's going to be. We have heat, which might be a little bit of the timing of this. We might be speaking of mid to late summertime is when you will kind of actually reach this full goal. I'm going to take a sip of coffee, one moment. Oh, that feels really nice. And or let me look at this card, winter. Okay. There's something about how, I don't know, the sip of coffee gave me some weird kind of a nudge of a clue. It feels like the potential for this can start in like a simple conversation over coffee, like a proposal to do something about this or like this. Like this process for you all, group one, can start in simple ways and in simple measures. I don't know. Do you guys have in your mind right now like people to go to or people to talk to, but it feels like in small doses, and then it'll get heavier and then everyone can provide more. Does that make sense? It feels like in simple small doses, like very small meetings, like meet up with particular people and present some of these kinds of ideas. It feels like we can do this now. It feels like not everything is stalled, or maybe if it is feeling stalled, we can do this now. And we can do this gently and support it in this kind of a way. Honestly, with these two cards, it really feels like give it 6 months time. Now is the time to start with gentle, small conversations. Maybe like one at a time. Maybe do one conversation with one important person 1 week and then take 1 week off and rest with this winter kind of energy until your energy feels revitalized and revived. And then come back to it with the next conversation. What I feel like is that whole kind of thing coming through you, especially because we got the 8 of coins card here, is going to get the ball rolling more than you think it should or would or could. Okay, I'm getting to the next cards. We have Pallas Athena with Think. In the guidebook to this card, if I'm remembering it correctly, because I read it so many years ago, I could break it out and read it, but God, no, I don't want to. Sorry. It's something like you enter a room and you command the room with your kind of willful presence of wisdom and intellect and intelligence and awareness and knowledge. Remember what I was saying in the beginning with your card that you were drawn to, group one? There's something about how you truly do know what would fix the situation. That's wise, that's intelligence. And it's something like how you can start getting the ball rolling even more than you think you can right now is to enter into these small resourced moments or meetings or conversations. Maybe meet up in a coffee shop over a cup of coffee or tea or whatever, or a pastry, and just present this wisdom and keep going. There's something about how the wheel of momentum will turn, the tides in your favor, because this Pallas Athena card came out right over this mindful wisdom card. Whatever it is that you're doing holds that seed. Like do you see her hand? That's why I keep her hand, that little orb in her hand. It's a seed. It's a seed of something that is really true that needs to be planted and flourished in your situation. And then we have fifth house with passion. There's something about your situation that I feel as if you can't walk away from, you just can't let go of. It's something that's kind of firmly planted in you, or it is just one of those life situations that we find ourselves in where we don't really have any other option. We don't really get to walk away from it. We get to go through it. It just continues and it has to morph and it has to evolve. Feels like something like that. And it with 8 of coins, it is interesting that the creator of this deck chose to represent the 8 of coins with this kind of a story, because for me, 8 of coins usually is the way that I interpret it as a tarot reader, as like an energy, is it is much more fifth house kind of stuff. It's like when we're so passionate about something and we lose ourselves in the work parts of it, and we can get into flow state, and then we just keep improving and getting better and better and better at it, you know? Like we can totally lose ourselves in the work of it. That's what I feel like is about to begin, if it hasn't already, or your guys are just coming through with these cards to describe your situation and your matter at hand just a little bit more, group one, to give you that much more confirmation about what is going to occur, what is likely to occur. Again, I'm feeling this kind of a thing of give it 6 months time. Get the ball rolling now. If you guys are about to go into winter or you are in winter time, that's exceptional. Feel free to move slower. Move slowly with these like coffee dates that we're describing, coffee meetings. Okay, your next 2 cards, cut your cords. Ask Archangel Michael to clear any old attachments to fear. Oh my gosh, there was something that I just heard Brene Brown say. I haven't fully listened to the podcast. She's on a new episode of Diary of a CEO, but I think it was her. I don't know. Now I'm doubting. Either way, somebody wise that I like said something that I thought was cool. Let's just leave it at that. But it did have to do with how people erect shields and why we do. And it stems from fear. Stems from our personal fear, you know? Okay. Clear any old attachments to fear that stem from past relationships, freeing you from destructive patterns. It feels like moment by moment, keep doing what you know you're already needing to do. Drop your shields moment by moment. Approach those little work meetings or those little coffee dates, whatever they are. Approach those piece by piece with the shield deconstructed, the shield down. A lot less of your fear to the best of your ability. And if you guys are cool with touching base with angels, go for it. Literally ask Archangel Michael, can you help me with this, please? Because I know it's the key. I know I'm clued into this. I'm wise on this. And then we have, you guys got both of the big 2. I know very little about archangels, but these are like the big 2 that people know about. Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. Undeniably, isn't this the work of our lifetimes and our timelines? To become more open. I've said this before, but I caught on very quickly that using the word vulnerable instead of something like the word open or authentic or innocent The word vulnerable means like it has a connotation of attack and violence just in using the word. Like, I am vulnerable, like meaning that attack could come at any moment and I don't have protection. Yeah, we're all learning these lessons. You guys are probably wiser than the words that are even coming out in this reading can give you credit for in this moment in time with what we're talking about. You guys have gone further. This is a simple tarot reading on YouTube. We're trying to support you, but I know you guys are wiser than these words that can come through in a YouTube tarot reading. But your last card, Grouse. Oh, if I could put the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords together, it would be the energy of this card. Express yourself, okay? Everything that we were saying about that swan princess and how like part of her curse was she wasn't allowed to speak. Or maybe it was she wasn't allowed to speak about one particular thing. But also Page of Swords, express yourself through rhythm and movement. That's this Page of Wands character. I feel like I read about this so long ago, but I feel like this is a little character who like dances a lot. I killing it. Can't remember. Again, I could look at the book, but why is that the hardest thing in the world for me to do right now? I'm sorry. Express yourself through rhythm and movement by drumming and dancing. This might be something genuinely to support you right now. There are always ways that we can access more of this deep truth and inner wisdom, and it comes through things that are much more functionally natural for humans. So we could call it like tribal or native in origin, like how native people, they sing easier, they dance easier, they drum. Like, we all know this. It's when we like modern people choose to find our ways to be able to do this as well. Doing these kinds of things functionally supports this greater wisdom that I feel like is coming through in your situation. And because of that, just because I don't want to be so lazy for you guys, I am going to look up in the book for this deck, who is this Page of Wands? And you guys in your own time, if you're curious, it's 6 swans is the 8 of coins story, but the Page of Wands, if you guys are curious, it is Mundo. Okay. Childlike optimism and carefree rebellion. Every situation is made fun by a swish of his magical fly swatter. He makes many enemies, but just as many friends who help him in his journey. Okay, the idea is to graciously, in your situation, which I know you guys already know, to bring up a whole lot more of what I've started to call it, because it's coming through more and more in readings for us, child consciousness. Child consciousness in us all. So yeah, this is about to work out for you. Keep doing what you're doing. Enhance it with those little, let's call it coffee dates. Expect that timeline of from now, the ball will get rolling and amplify over the course of the next 6 months. And things will occur to erect this kind of construction that the Emperor card is representing, to create that safe space for mutually held support to go further into the dark night of the soul and not make it such a wretched experience. It feels like it's meant to be an opening one, a fun one, letting the tower fall and celebrating it when it does occur. Wish fulfillment, healing all around. That's what I have for you all, group 1. How do we feel after this reading? I feel glad that you guys are here on planet Earth doing this kind of work, even though I know it's impacting you in a personal kind of a way that's not necessarily pleasant. I can see the codes of light that you are bringing right here, right now. So thank you. YouTube, if you like it, thumbs up, subscribe, comment, share, all those beautiful things. I showed you my book, but I have other links down below in the description of this video for my other tarot offerings, including if you guys want to check me out on TikTok. But I'm sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Beautiful humans in group 2, you all were drawn to this elder card. So these are your messages all about something that is clearing. It's about to work out this major issue that you've been going through. Your card, it says move beyond ancestral patterns. I'm just going to describe the vibes that I'm picking up on here. It feels as if somebody has projected onto you, group 2, that you have to solve something for them. And it feels as if this is something that doesn't even belong to you. Also, it does feel as if it's something along the lines of that is the, okay. I feel like I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you, but let's keep going. That is the way they would have done it in the past, but it is not how you are going to do it in the future. So I feel like your reading is focusing on this now moment in time and is probably going to instruct you on what to do right now so that you can have even more awareness of how do I kind of shift this, focus on what is likely to occur in the future through you, group 2, and then to the best of your ability, let go of what does not belong to you. It feels like for a lot of you, you've been holding things close and enduring with them. Feels like there's a whole lot of stuff on the surface that is not true for you. It does not bring you a sense of belonging. It's littered with stuff that is just like, it's not even for you. It had nothing to do with you. Might be from your past, but it was more like what other people did to you or what they chose to do. And it's just cluttering your world, cluttering your heart space, I'm hearing, cluttering your environment. This all is about to shift and clear. You do need to know that on a level of like a big picture kind of a focus, but for some reason I feel really intentional with your reading. Group 2, I feel as if we're being ultra guided here to your now moment in this perspective of, look, group 2, you can do this. Here's exactly what you can do. I'm getting the vibes, group 2, of you guys have a coding for the future and you've always had it all along. There's just so much shit on top of you that's really like messy, cloudy, dirty, grungy, that confuses the whole situation. Okay, Page of Cups is on the bottom of the deck, and I cannot tell you how much like child consciousness, innocence, purity of motives and intention, pure heart, emotional quotient, emotional intelligence is coming through in our readings lately in the collective. But okay, let's get going with that focus. We have 8 of Cups, and there is that charge up in your reading of when it is so empty. I don't know, it literally feels, I'm hearing the word claustrophobic. Group 2, you all are, I don't know how to put this into words, so hopefully I'll do a good job here. It's almost as if all of that stuff that we're describing that's on the surface of your situation or of your awareness, what people are putting on top of you is making you claustrophobic. So do have an awareness that that's something inside of you telling you that you require more belonging, you require movement to get out of something that feels as if it's suffocating you. 8 of Cups. And this 8 of Cups, I think that that's Moses. I'm pretty sure that's Moses. And he's like, well, then I choose the desert if you're going to make me and my people slaves. And then we have 6 of Wands. There's something about you choose... Something about listening to your emotions, which I feel like you guys are highlighting right now, you are aware of. There's something about do not delay or else there will be decay. You already know that. There's something about movements, quick and certain and sure movements to choose the path that would be right for you in terms of belonging, even if it feels as if then you're going it alone and you're going the harder route. We know these things. I'm hoping that these feel like big picture things. I'm hoping that these next 4 cards are getting more specific for you. But the 6 of Wands is earn success and earn victory. It feels like one of the things that you need to hear right now, group 2, is if you're longing for a sense of belonging and you're sticking around in certain environments or around people who you're choosing to kind of work with or play into that you don't necessarily feel that thorough sense of belonging with, but you do know that there's like potential there, all that kind of stuff. There's something about how you still need to choose you still need to go the harder and maybe the more determined alone route for right now, because in the future that will lead to your success, that will help create or build the potential of the bridge for their success as well. It's giving me the vibes of something that I heard recently where it's like all humans are ascending. And if you feel as if you're leaving others behind and you want to stay behind with them so that you can like support or help them to like consciousness rise or ascend or whatever it looks like. The objective is something that I heard, and I don't know, we hear a million things from a million directions, but it feels like it fits in your advice right now for you guys specifically to potentially look at it this way. The concentration is on you rising. You can't support anyone rising while you're doing their downfall. You rise, and then from there, it's like then you become the beacon, then you become the pillar, then you can do more with your success. As I'm saying that, we have the 6 of Coins card. I do want to say it might take a while. I know you guys already know that, but that's fine. Maybe you guys have been at this pursuit for a period of time, but don't worry. It's all well worth it. It is always well worth it. It's about the journey. Do not delay. I'm hearing that from your guides. But on top of that, there's just this energy of your mere pursuit of going through something so that the world can be better for you. It can be more harmonized through you and with you. In response of you, like the energy that all of the energies that flow to you and through you and out of you are more true to you, true for you. It really feels as if you guys need to hear something along the lines of that is your gift to humanity. That is what is likely to occur. The more you get that on a high vibe frequency of truth, authenticity, inner peace, security, awareness, consciousness, all those kinds of things, the more you get the energy flow through you on point, clued in, clear, and the more you're operating with that in the physical space and in a physical volume of awareness as best as you can on a daily basis, the more potential you have to like co-create or collaborate in a world where other people will start to join on board with your frequency, your fruitfulness. Are we making sense? Because group 2, I've just kind of opened my words up and allowed a whole lot of volume from your guides to come through so far. So I've been channeling. I'm not exactly sure if all of that makes sense, but I'm pretty sure if I rewatch this video, it will. There's something along the lines of, it's almost as if group 2, you guys are existing in their world. In their world, it you know it hurts them and it definitely hurts you. You have to go to your world, even if it looks like on the surface you're going it alone and you're doing the harder route. You have to, because it links up and it syncs up the energy to where you're creating your world that not only will be better for you, 6 of Wands, it'll also be better for others, 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a witnessed, earned, merit-driven success. It's a victory in that kind of a way. And 6 of Coins, that is how you kind of not just invite other people into a different world or your world. You give more. You give more just through your frequency. Like, look, it's almost as if you're going to tell the others around you who are not quite doing life well in certain kinds of ways, and it's bogging you down and clogging you up. It's almost as if like you're showing them like, look, this is how to do it. I lost that statement. We have Ace of Coins. So here we're getting a little bit more specific. With every time you spend energy, anytime energy comes to you and you're in that decision factor mode of what do I do with this energy so that it continues to flow, this is very much what we are repeating in the spiritual or guidance community multiple times over and over and over again, but easier said than done, right? Spend it on you, group 2. Easier fucking said than done, isn't it? Spend it on you. What are these last 2 cards? It's Queen of Swords and then Queen of Cups. Okay. So there's something coming through about like how to do that, why to do that, a little bit more so that you don't feel so selfish. It really, really, really feels like when the money comes to you, when the energy comes to you, when significance or praise or opportunities, when it comes to you, be ruthless in the clarity of the truth of this Queen of Cups energy. Be ruthlessly aware of, there are a lot of pressures surrounding you, group 2, about how you are supposed to spend that time, energy, resources, money, potential, opportunities. There are a lot of opinions and thoughts on that. I mean, like humans, we pride ourselves on the research and the lengths that we will go to empower ourselves to understand, like, how do I market to people? How do I sell things to people? How do I get them to do what I want? There's something about, there's no end to how far others will go to get you to do what they want you to do. And that's why you need to, I think I'm gonna go to these cards to see if they're gonna say it a little bit better than these kind of confusion clouds. Right here, it feels like we're dealing with kind of maybe like a core wound inside of you, Group 2, maybe where the true blockage is. Because when I try to get these words out, it keeps like going in different directions and I'm not getting straight to the message. So it feels like, honestly, I'm doing like energy work for us right now. I don't know. But it feels as if you're meant to be kind of ruthlessly charged up with truth of the power of you are an individual who holds the wealth of what would be good for everyone. And if you represent that for yourself, Group 2, and how you choose to do energy flow of energy, through you as your own toroidal, your own thing here on planet Earth, that's the thing that you give to others. You're rewriting the matrix, you're rewriting the codes, making different choices. Oh, here we go. I knew they would help. Shield your energy, look beneath the surface. Okay, so we have mentioned a whole lot about what's on the surface and how confusing it is, and honestly how manipulative it is when it comes to you and making your choices. We live in the era of like very high value marketing schemes and advertisements and co-opting anything that anybody cares about or believes in and trying to use it to sell something to you. And that goes on all levels: personal, professional, corporate, everything, governmental, propaganda, anything like that. There's a lot on the surface. So shield your energy, Queen of Swords. Be ruthless in this truth that you hold of where you truly do know what would be good. You truly do have like codes of energy inside of you. I'm going to reference this Page of Cups again. You do know this kind of like child consciousness, this purity, this like heartwarming kind of space and energy in our time, in our era. Queen of Cups is embody that more. Like hold it for selfhood for right now. That's how you generate it for others. Look, I knew these cards were gonna help. I needed help. Okay, lead the way, light your own path. I don't know, it looks different. It looks like you're not meant to be charitable. You're not meant to be forgiving either. You're not meant to be giving. Give everything to you, everything to you, everything to you. Because there's too much on the surface that is clouding your pursuit of what would be good. And so then it's constantly siphoning energy through you and from you in ways that it just really feels like it's creating that blockage. It feels like it's a little bit hard to get this message through for you all, Group 2. Let's look at what these cards have to say. Everything in its own place. It feels as if the best thing for you all to do right now is to differentiate your choices, your decisions, individuate is most important for right now, rather than the full force of connection and collaboration and cooperation and partnership. It literally, again, with this Moses card, your 8 of Cups, it was like Moses, I'm not biblical enough, but like Moses and the Pharaoh, they had like really strong differences of opinion about what matrix should be there and should occur for humanity. There's something about you're going to need to kind of in your own right further define and make that larger. You hold it in you. You're going to have to individuate before you can cooperate, collaborate, co-create even further and even more. Nurturing. Care for what is growing inside of you first and foremost before you can take on care for others. Does that make sense? There is something that I'm noticing. There's something that I'm noticing about habits that will occur in you that other people are likely going to mirror. They're largely going to mirror it. There's something about how you can notice that. Don't try to control it. You can move with it and work with it. But are you seeing that this shield your energy is the number 32? And then the lead your way is the number 23. You know, it's a mirroring kind of energy. Other people will mirror your choices. They will reflect them back to you. And then on top of that, we've got the number 9 with everything in its own place. And then we have the number 18, which is a compounding. It's a doubling of the number 9. I'm getting a little bit numerological. There's something about how if you choose into individuation, you give permission for other people to do so as well. And that's the only thing. Once we all know that we're free to be who we are, then we can create those true connections in our world and in our lives. Then we can create positive flow. Scorpio, investigate, and then we also have Uranus with change, and I feel like that's what your guides wanted to come through with. Like, this is clearing because the change that needs to occur, what we're doing in this reading is we're investigating it further for us, for you, group 2. Kind of want to include me in on this as well. Why not? Why not? But yeah, it feels like we're focusing on this kind of key blockage on patterns of behavior and to ensure that your choices are your own more and more and more. So it feels like 2 things. I'm going to pause right now in your reading just to highlight. Focus on, this might be one of the hardest things for a whole lot of us to come to, is that our internal worlds, when they're emotionally driven by purity of intentions, innocence, like child consciousness, that emotional intelligence, that emotional quotient kind of energy, when they're driven from there, that is power, that is wise, that is truth, that is monumental, and that is important. It's hard to wrap our brains around that's the new hot girl. like that's like the in mode, like that's the new fad, like, you know, like that's like a really 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 cool internal world. That's the shit. So that's like step part 1, and then step part 2 is be what others might call selfish. Devote everything to you, invest everything in you, all of it. That's hard. And it's okay. Invest everything in you because you hold that gracious key inside of you of like that emotional energy. But okay, your next 2 cards, heart chakra. That's what we know about you. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Do it for you graciously. Again, with that Moses and the Pharaoh thing, like the Pharaoh was not open, but Moses was. You are open, so you must do for you and gracefully for all others who have done likewise. You know, you guys get it. You guys get it. It really feels like your message is not necessarily to connect with others in the world right now, but to get you on point first. Yeah, it doesn't mean shutting things down. It just means like being aware, being conscious when it comes to our choices. And then we have throat chakra. The angels are helping you lovingly speak your truth. Isn't that the idea with the Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords? Queen of Cups, I could say heart chakra, because Queen of Cups is that like emotional embodiment. And then Queen of Swords, throat chakra, because she's that information and truth holder. Yeah, so choose from your strong heart space, embody it more and more, and then choose from that strong throat chakra, very, very clear and conscious awareness, like with the information that I have through my heart space, this is how I'm gonna unlock this blockage that I have in my world right now, where everything is clouding on top of me and I don't want anything to do with it. So I'm going to seek that truth inside of me, heart chakra, Queen of Cups, and then I'm going to choose my way into it, and then I'm going to speak that truth openly and outwardly in my choices and my decisions, throat chakra, and hopefully clear that blockage. It really feels like this is how you get the ball rolling. This is how you clear all that kind of stuff on top of you away. But okay, your last card, group 2, Boar. Dang. It's so funny, like with your reading group too, the whole time I was like, okay, I'm not telling them necessarily what's going to be happening to them. I'm telling them something about what they can do. I knew that from the start, but this is Boar, face your problems head on with confidence and courage, and you will emerge victorious. Again, we're repeating that Six of Wands. You will emerge victorious. You know, harder road, definitely. It seems as if it's selfish, self-led. Lots of people will say lots of things to you. They probably already have. This has probably already occurred. Do it more. You know, pull your energy back to you. You guys have probably heard this on social media, like disappear for a month or two, you know, and then come out like on fire, you know? That's the objective. That's the idea here. This is the clue in how to clear that blockage. And then we're done. I don't know. And then everything else is somewhat out of your hands. Then you got you. Everybody else has the permission and the free will to do them and connect with their hearts and connect with their truth and do this whole process for themselves, you know? Oh, this is an information-packed reading, but your guides are through. Did we help? Did we get there? Because if we did, let us know in the comments, like, subscribe, share, all those beautiful things. Links down below for tarot offerings. I have a book. If you guys want to explore more about reality through tarot, it's a book that's full of over 100 tarot spreads. Ebook, paperback version down below. Also, private reading if you need more. I don't know. I have tarot offerings. Just look at them. Okay, sending you on your way. Please remember that we are all free and we are also all connected, always at the exact same time. I love you. Beautiful humans in group 3, you all were drawn to this Earth Mother card. So these are your messages all about something that is about to work out. This major issue is clearing for you. Your Earth Mother card says feel loved and comforted. And I do need to let you know, group 3, that out of the 3 groups, you guys are the love reading, in that what you need to be aware of is love, romantic love specifically, but that might be kind of like where a whole lot of other forms of love spout from. You know, it's like the fountain that we're talking about here. We're talking about romantic love. It's about to take on a whole new value, a whole new meaning, and we're also coming through with the word magnetism. New energies are going to flow to you and therefore through you, and I feel a healing tone. A really, really large healing tone in this energy. Your guides are using the word magnitude. Again, there's something about who you are drawing to you, the kinds of reasonings and the kinds of compassion that others will have toward you, as well as what you can do for other people. It's about to explode in value in your life, and you're about to I don't know, I feel like play a key role in another person's life, and there's monumental potential here. So we're starting your reading off there, and we're gonna get to your tarot. Bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. I mean, in the beginning, like right as I was hitting record, I was like, oh, it's about what is coming to you. It's the types of energy, people, or support that is coming to you that this reading is about, and you know how this issue is about to work out. That's changing, like huge. If you've had shit partners before, if you've been going through shit with your current partner, ooh, we're elevating. Okay, let's see a little bit more. Yeah, Ace of Swords. That knot in reasoning or logic or anything is totally clearing. I feel like for a few of you, if you've been arguing, if there's been divorce, that whole situation is almost like thoroughly concluded and or concluding in the near future. Any holdovers from that, if you guys have had messy situations that you've had to do lengthy healing from, like if somebody did a number on your nervous system or your thoughts, we all know that. Like, I don't want to go through the names of the psychological titles that we give people who fuck with the way that we think about the world and ourselves, like very thoroughly and very effectively. Or if you guys have been dealing with like a very messy and lengthy breakup or divorce or something like that, just know that that's about to conclude very clearly. What? And then we have 10 of Coins. It's almost as if you're going to like kind of have the breakthrough right there, and whatever that cause of that situation that did occur in your past was, you're gonna have a breakthrough. And then kind of like in the moment in time when you're kind of sitting in that, basking in the light of that, basking in, let's call it, your glory, because you're going to just feel free of it for the most part, better than you have before. Then it's like you're gonna walk, it's gonna walk right to you, walk right up to you. Love, 10 of coins level, like very strong, very fulfilling, very emotionally here, very emotionally driven, kind of responsible, mature readiness. We also have the King of Cups if we just really, really needed to hammer that down there. If I can describe the energy that is coming to you, and again, this can be in your current partner, and every bit of the breakthrough that we were discussing or talking about is something that they've been going through that you might be like have been a part of, trying to help them with, or something like that. One more example I'm thinking of is you guys have been going through something, your partner has been trying to heal or help, or it just hasn't been working, but you're about to personally experience a breakthrough. And then from there, all of that loving gifts of energy that they wanted to be bringing to you but couldn't quite meet where you were, that's all going to be flowing because the blockage is cleared. The King of Cups, emotionally secure, emotional highlights, emotionally aware, emotionally driven support in romance and in your world and in your life. It's like the emotions are there first. They are mature, they are conscious, they are aware, and they are prioritized. And then everything else gets arranged according to the feelings involved. It's like very secure romantic love. No, 6 of Wands, all the way to this like secured success. 6 of Wands came out for group 2, and it's a really good vibe for a reading like this, isn't it? When you're wanting something to work out, you're wanting a major issue to clear, don't we want to see the 6 of Wands, that we're securing an actual earned success, a real victory that can be witnessed by others? I do want to say, on a very like third dimensional, like real world kind of a way of it, this is like a romance that you will be proud of. You would want to show it off to others. You want other people to witness what you are going through with this romance and what the other or others involved in this romance is going through with you. This is one of those ones where it's like you proclaim your love very proudly and very mature and solid and with like confidence and security all over social media. And then we have the Emperor, and then we have the Ace of Cups. Everything about your cards are repeating this same message of this is strong, secure, supported, emotional love. Ace of Cups, it's new. It's different from anything that you have secured through you before, anything that has come to you before. And with the Emperor here, it is higher levels of importance, higher levels of maturity, higher levels of intelligence. It's like love that secures and grounds you and your well-being. Feel loved and comforted. And from there, you can do likewise for your partner. It'll all feel very secure, very whole, very simple, very restful, not nervous system taxing or shredding or tearing. Let's see a little bit more about this. We have open intuition with seek clarification. There is the charge up in the energy field of this romance that is coming to you and or working out, where all manners of communication are very clear, very welcome, very honored, very well held. Like communication is often, it isn't somebody who like confuses you or seeks to confuse you and prioritizes, you know, their sense of what they might call freedom. Like, you know, you're just, what is it? Shit, I can't think of any of the negative words. I wanted to give an example of how people can be shitty to each other in romance, but why? Your guys just kind of took that example straight out of my mind. Why are we doing that in your reading when we're talking about everything that's flowing, that's good and healthy? Let's fill your reading with those words because that's what's coming to you. So with open intuition, seek clarification. This might be like something like a mind reader, and you can read their mind as well, but not for the benefit of like manipulation. I'm already doing it. Okay, let's take out the negative. It's so that we can seek this clarification. We can always be understood. That's a highlight Mindful wisdom create inner harmony. It's almost as if it's like, remember how I said initially how there's a healing tone or a healing aspect, a healing component? It feels as if it almost might take you back in time and unravel some of those locked up places inside of your heart space, locked up communication inside of you, because the love in this romance will take you to places of such heights of intelligence, such large heart intelligence, let's call it, where it helps you realize or see parts of the past with renewed clarity, renewed wisdom. And therefore, by experiencing somewhat literally of the polar opposite from whatever it was that did occur to create this large knot that's in your Ace of Swords card, that's been there for a while, it'll help you further kind of, I'm hearing the words toil and labor. I don't know, like those words interrupted what I was going to say. Sorry, that sentence that I was saying dropped. What occurred in the past was romance was toil and labor for you. And likewise, probably for your partner in certain kinds of ways. That's not what it's going to do. That's not what it's going to be. It's going to be effervescent. It's going to be overflowing. Let's see a little bit more. We have nurturing. And then we also have nature's imperfection. It's one of those things where, forgive the PG-13 reference, but it's like, let's do have sex with the lights on. We don't have flaws. We don't have imperfection. When the connection is so clear, when the connection is the thing that is the highlight of importance. Oops, your cards. There are no flaws or errors that we need to, like, I don't know, constantly like hide or think that we need to. I don't know, it feels like the energy of being able to like poop and fart around each other. It's also making me think of my first boyfriend in college. I think it was 4 or 5 months before I let him see me without makeup, which is fucking insane. But okay, next card we have 4th house with home. True sense of being at home and being in a space of well-being with another person. Don't be alarmed if there is that, oh gosh, I don't know, you guys might be trauma triggered, but there will be that sense of the other will feel like you are their home and you will feel like they are your home. Feels deep. Let's get there. Oh, sun, source. Both of these cards feel like the energy of like, I don't know, I just heard the Romeo and Juliet quote, like, what is that light through yonder window breaks? It is the east and Juliet is the sun. This is fucking poetic, but I mean, like, it's like you two will be the center of each other's universes. My God, we're like really, what is it, gassing, what are the kids these days saying, gassing you up? This reading is like not shying away from how great love will be for you. We got a breakthrough occurring for sure. Okay, listen to your intuitive feelings. Your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. How many of us can willingly raise our hands and say our bodies, our physical bodies, were pretty fucked up by what has occurred to us in love before? We had a whole lot of physical symptoms about how love, romance, you know, gone wrong or gone awry really messed with us in like biophysiological feedback kind of ways. Yeah. I don't know, you guys are about to experience an awareness like of belonging even at a physical level with another person where your body opens, their body opens, stuff like that. And then we have ascended masters. Powerful, loving, and wise spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. And I feel like you need to know that it is safe to pursue this. I'm hearing the words when you do follow through. I'm also hearing the words like from a group for you all, group 3, like a group on the other side, potentially a group of ascended masters. And they're saying with such like loving lightness, loving heart, they have a lightness to them, like almost like humor. They're saying we will be there when you do. when you open to this. We will be there when you do. For those of you who are quite clued in, like guides, like talking with those energies on the other side, like discussing things with ancestors and powerful angels and stuff like that, it feels as if when you start to belong to this romance and the romance belongs to you, there will be a whole new group of energies to talk with, or to talk to, I kind of want to say. I don't know. If anything, I heard talk to, and I do differentiate between talking with and talking to. It's almost as if these group of guides will want to hear from you. It's almost like they want feedback of what powerful love looks like on planet Earth when this does occur for you. In a lot of ways, also, I'm going back to that social media message, group 3, where you guys are going to have pride in this and kind of like have an awareness that other people are going to want to know, like, what does love look like? Like, good love look like? Your last card, Honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. Again, your Earth Mother card, it said feel loved and comforted. And we did repeat multiple times that it is about the healing. And if this is a current partner, current situation, or one that's, cycling back around, feel free to open up in those kinds of ways. But again, it just really feels like compassion and forgiveness will be the top priority for all, like you and the other, or you and multiple, if it is polyamory, I don't care. It will be the top priority for all people who are in this romance, We want to be compassionate and forgiving to each other. My God, okay. Group 3, your guides are through. We have delivered you your reading, your proclamation of what is likely to occur. How do you feel about this? Let us know in the comments, because I feel like a shit ton of the modern world population is super jaded about romance. But here we go. Like, subscribe, share, YouTube shit. Links down below in the description of this video. I do have a link for my TikTok where I have made it a point to do more tarot readings on there that are love and relationship focused. So if you want more, go there. Otherwise, do a private reading for more. I'm done though. Sending you on your way. Please remember, we are all free, and we are also all connected always at the exact same time. I love you. Hi again, pretty people. Here are the decks that I used in this reading, just in case you guys are curious, and I'm showing them to you, of course, in the order that I brought them out in your reading in. And then we got this one, and this one. Okay, love you guys. Bye.